Good evening, everyone. This is William Hegman with Realty Hub. Tonight, we're going to talk about targeting and targeting different types of potential clients and getting them to convert to leads. Believe it or not, I just did a 30-minute video and I actually clicked the wrong button and I deleted the video right when I was about to publish it. So I am going to try to make this one a little bit shorter, just for the simple fact that I've been talking for the last 30 minutes and then I lost everything. So let's just dig in right now. I know I said I didn't do this before, but I went ahead and just wrote some things down to kind of give it a little bit of structure. I still like to do these things kind of one off because if I make a mistake, you guys can see me make that mistake and then and not make that same mistake. So the first thing, how to target. So let's go into the ads manager of one of the accounts that I use to do ads from. So if you don't know where the ads manager is, it's going to be on your sidebar here. You go in, I'll show you one of the ads that I currently have running right now. I'll show you the parameters I have on it, and then we'll go through a couple of different scenarios. We'll go through how to create an ad from the ads manager, and then go from there. So here's one I have right now. It's geared towards a home that I just put under contract. We actually put it under contract within 2 days, and it didn't even hit the MLS. So let's go ahead and open up the targeting box here, and then I will show you guys what we've done. So on this particular one, I put an end date. I don't usually do that. I usually just run them until I turn them off. I set a daily budget. This one is $9 a day for 7 days. It ends on the 30th. As you can see, I made a mistake right here, which I just caught now because I'm doing this video, but I did everyone in this location. If you do everyone in the location that you're targeting, it's going to include people that don't live here. It's going to include, unfortunately for me, people that are here from out of town visiting for Christmas. So a lot of my money on this one has probably been wasted, which would explain the lower engagement on the post. But let's just assume I didn't do that, and you go to people who live in this location. You can choose from these options. Always choose people who live in this location. You've got 5,300 people who live in the location within 3 miles of the address that I just sold. I want that neighborhood to see my post, right? You go down here, you choose your age group. Homeowners are likely going to be, anywhere from 25 to 65. I prefer to use 30. This box right here is for, you want to include people who are likely to move. I put real estate because that is people who have expressed an interest in or liked pages related to real estate recently. So that means they've been online searching. This particular box is the narrow box. I like this one because it deep dives into things for you. So potential reach is 8,100, but I want to target homeowners. So they must be likely to move, have an interest in real estate recently, and also be a homeowner because I'm targeting sellers here. So I'm sorry, I chose the wrong one. So make sure you're choosing the right one from the demographic. So homeowners. All right, see, that's demographics. These are people who own homes. Somehow Facebook figured that out. So it takes me down to 5,300 people. So instead of leaving it wide open, where I remove these, right? Let's just say you don't do any targeting at all. Instead of putting my ad out to, how many people is that with no targeting? 26,000 people who may or may not be homeowners, who may or may not have an interest in real estate, and who may or may not be likely to move. I've probably set myself up to waste 70% of my money. So let's remove that. Let's add back in real estate. Let's make sure that they like these and also be likely to move. Also be a homeowner. go down here. You can save the audience if you want, name it whatever you want. You can choose whether or not you want it on Instagram or not. I prefer not to put it on there. Always let Facebook do the bidding for you. It'll help you out a lot. I don't do impressions. I don't know why it defaulted to that. Always do post engagement. Post engagement is going to give you the best bang for your buck. And as you can see, for $9 a day, it's going to go out to 770 people. And you will get a lot more view for your money, and it's also going to be the right people. So 700 people a day are going to see the 770 out of 5,300 people. So, it's going to take, let's see, about a week, right, to get, I'm sorry, not a week. Apparently my brain is fried today. So, yeah, I mean, about a week to get this done. So it's not fried after all. So let's save this. This is how I want it. And I will take you through an actual post that I'm going to make for this, but I'm going to target it a little bit differently. But we'll do that in a second. As you can see here, these are your results. So I've got a relevance score of 3, which means people are not responding to my ad very well. And that likely is because I had it targeted wrong. So I've got 25 engagements on a reach of 1,333 on 6 days. I wasn't targeting it right, so that cost me because I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to relaunch this ad. I'm going to pause the video for just a second, and I'll come back to you when I have it relaunched. All right, everyone. So I paused there for a second so I could redo this ad. So now you guys can see me relaunch it the right way. But I'll take you through some scenarios here before I actually launch my ad. So going back into the page manager, let's just start from the beginning as if we're going to do a brand new ad, and then we will take some of the talking points that we had on one of the posts I made, Alan Lab Coats, and go from there. So the first thing I need to do is obviously make sure this is paused. Let's let this thing load, and then we'll launch a new campaign. All right, so once you're in the ads manager, you're going to hit create ad. For those of you that don't know how to do this, wait for it to load. Here it is right here. So let's just pretend that Round Rock is one of the wealthiest neighborhoods or areas that you want to be in. Someone asked, how do I target higher end buyers and sellers? So you're going to pick your area. So let's just say you want to target Round Rock, or let's just say you want to target a zip code, right? So for this one, I'm going to target 78665. That's my zip code. That's the zip code I like to focus on in my area. Again, make sure you choose people who live in this location, not everyone in the location, so you're not wasting money. I want to target home sellers. I like to do 30, but in this one we'll do 28 and up. Both men and women. Again, my parameters are going to be likely to move, homeowners, and people who are interested in real estate. But let's go ahead and remove these for now, because let's just pretend this is a buyer's post. So you're targeting higher end buyers. What do you want to include? So you want to include a demographic from the finance section. So anybody can buy a home at any time, right? Especially people that are making, a lot of money. But if you want to do luxury, then you want people who are making 250,000, 350,000 to 500,000 or even up. So you've chosen basically everything $250,000 and up. These are people who make this much money in this area. There's fewer than 1,000 people in this area that are making that much money, right? So that's really the only demographic you need to do for wealthy buyers, right? If you want to target people who might be selling homes, you would target homeowners. Make sure you choose the one that says demographic. And then you can narrow it to homeowners who also match. So you can see there's 13,000 homeowners in this area. But if you want them to also be luxury homes, demographics, financial, income, let's say 500,000 and over. In this particular zip code, there should be a few. There's fewer than 1,000 people that meet that criteria. So you can dig this all the way down into homeowners that make over 500,000. They're probably living in a very nice home. There's your luxury home right there. So let's go ahead and delete this. One of the other talking points was, how to specifically target buyers or sellers. Okay, so let's just go general buyers in this zip code. We're not going to do any, how much they make or whatever. So you're going to go here and type in people who are renting. Renters. So people who are renting, at some point, they're going to buy a house, right? So, but all renters may not. How do I know who is going to rent and who isn't? So that's where you use the narrow. They must also match someone who has expressed interest in moving. So you can go likely to move. Okay. I can't spell tonight, apparently. And you can choose people who have expressed interest in real estate, right? And if you hover over it, it gives you a description to the right. So people who are owners and employees of a business, no, that's not it, right? Interest, people who have expressed interest in or liked pages related to real estate. That's more like it. So now you've got 1,400 people in this whole zip code who are renting, are likely to move because maybe they've visited moving sites and Facebook recognized that, and real estate. They've visited Zillow. They've been looking, right? So these are people that may end up buying a home. There's your buyers section right there. I'll go through homeowners one more time. For homeowners, you're gonna just change renters to homeowners, right? Chose that. And then down at likely to move, same thing. Down in the narrow section, same thing, likely to move, have expressed interest in real estate. These are people that may be looking to sell their home and move out of state, looking to sell their home and move up or move down. These are important. This is very, very important. You don't want to be displaying your ad to people who have no interest in buying a home, who may not even be ready for years, and that's not going to be a good client for you. Please keep in mind that Facebook leads are not going to be, or every one of them anyway, are not going to be 2 months and done. They're going to be 3 months out, 6 months out, 9 months out, 12 months out. Some people get frustrated with that. Some people quit early. They stop generating leads for some reason. One thing I can guarantee you, like I'll guarantee you on every video, is that if you're not doing these things or you don't stick with it, you will not have business from here anyway in 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. If you're not generating leads, if you're not nurturing leads, if you're not trying to convert leads, you're not going to have any business from it, period. Be patient. I know it's hard, but you need to be patient. Because in a year, when those sets of leads are starting to convert and you're getting one deal after another, and then you're still adding leads to your system because you're continuing to do this, once you're on end of year 1, into year 2, year 3, year 4, and you're closing down 40, plus deals a year from Facebook alone, and you're going to be like, man, I'm glad I stuck with that. So at least give it a year to know whether it really works or not. And then if it's not working for you, if it's your area, maybe your market's not that strong, it just doesn't work, it's not good, whatever, then reevaluate your marketing plan. But if you're not consistent, it's not going to work. So now let's go through my actual ad. So for this one, I created the ad for here, and I'll show it to you. I redid this ad. 19505 San Chisholm Drive, under contract in only 2 days. If you have been thinking about selling your home, or if you just want to know what it's worth, give me a call. I am an expert in the Round Rock area and would be happy to help. Check your home value below. They can click that, or they can click the picture. Okay. I use conversion for my website. Now let's just go and do one of these that pops up. Okay. Gives them their home value. Okay, it's giving me mine right away because I've already done this, so it knows I've already done this. But let's do it from a different browser. Because if somebody hasn't been on my website before, it's not gonna give it to them, or it shouldn't give it to them right away. It should have a section where it asks for their information in order to get their their value. See, one more thing is it 2 bed, blah blah blah, square feet. Enter their email. Let's go. Just a dummy email. Enter their phone number. Okay. See my value. Now I've got their email. Now I've got their cell phone. I've got their address. Oh, that house is worth 250,000. I should get an email here at any time. There it is. New valuation attempt, 400 Gaddis School Road. So now I know that they've done this. I print out one of my pre-listing packages. I take a copy of my book and I do a quick CMA in the MLS, and I take it and I deliver it to their door. That's just me personally. I don't know what you guys do for that, but that works. That's going to be, hey, I just got my value online. However, this guy just dropped off a CMA. Maybe the CMA says, I actually think his home is worth 470,000. They're just looking at that like, wow, this guy brought me a book. This guy brought me my package. This guy brought me everything. Let's give this guy a call when we're ready. Okay. All right. So back to the post. Here's my zip code, my age group. My demographic for this is going to be homeowners who also. All right. I'm sorry. In this case, it's just going to be homeowners. I want every homeowner in this zip code to see my information. Just because I want them to see, hey, this guy's selling, and I'm sending my ad out to this zip code every time. A lot of times I like to add this other zip code as well because that's also in Round Rock. These are the two most important zip codes for me. So if I wanted to get, down and dirty with it, I could just say must also match real estate. People who have expressed interest in real estate. That's 11,000 homeowners in this area who have homes that have expressed interest in real estate. And if I add likely to move, all right, it's taking a little while to come in here. Let's see. All right, so I got it working here. So people who are likely to move, that are homeowners and have expressed interest in real estate, and then the last couple of months, it's 12,000 people, 370 to 900 people a day. I don't want to do this automatic placements. I do want to edit my placements because I don't want it to go out on Instagram. I'm not a fan for it in this particular area. I'll do say $9 a day on this one. It changes this a little bit, not a whole lot. It would narrow it down if I take out the 78664. It'd probably give me more, a little bit less people per day, but it takes out 5,600 people. So I mean 5,600 divided by, let's just say I get the 530 a day. It's going to take 10 days to reach all of these people with this ad. So that's actually what I'll do. I'll just do this one because I want to get these people in the shortest amount of time possible. If you want to reach more people, if you're doing a quick ad, then you can increase your daily budget. So if I go up to 15, see, now it's going to reach 930 people a day. So I reach these people in 6-7 days. I'll just go ahead and do 10. So it's going to reach probably between 300-400 people a day. But these are all going to be people who live in my area, who want to buy want to sell a home, who have expressed interest in it, or something like that. But you can go one step further. So let's just put in an address, a home I worked on before. Let's see. So let's do this. You can narrow it down by address. So if you want to put in an address, like say you just sold 114 Newport Landing Place, right? Put that address in there. I don't want to do a 10-mile radius. Let's do a 3-mile radius on it. And let's display this to, let's just take out all of the likely to move and the real estate and see what it does. Okay, so there's 58,000 people in there, so obviously I'm going to want some kind of extra here to remove some of those people. So let's put likely to move back in and see what that does. So that narrows me down to 2,000 people. That's not enough for me. So we will go ahead and put real estate back in. And so we've got 2,500 people in this zip code or within 3 miles of here. I don't like that number. I want that number to be a little bit higher. So let's go a little bit further out. 5 miles. 4,900 people. That's a good amount for me, but I'd still like to have a little bit more. And again, you can play with these things and change it however you see fit. There you go. 6,700 people, 710 people per day. Where this bar is, that's, how many it's going to show to, the likelihood of it showing to all of those people or not. I've taken out Instagram. I've changed my daily budget. I want this thing to run until I tell it to stop, but normally that's what I do on a regular post, but since this one is specific, I'll run it for, let's run it until January 9th. So I'm looking to, it'll spend about 120, so I don't want to spend that much on this ad. Let's go 6th. So 90 days. So $90 is what I'm going to spend on this ad. It'll reach 6,700 people within that time frame, all in my area. By the time I get through with this, it's going to tell me whether or not my ad is effective. This type of ad. If it's not, I move to something else. You always want to do post engagement, never do impressions. I don't like it. It wastes your money. So, and again, after the first couple of days, you'll know whether or not this is working. So continue. Let's go back. There's one thing I wanted to show you guys I missed here. Be careful of this because look at this. So sometimes they mess up. 114 Newport Landing, but look over here. 114 Mill Landing Point, Newport, North Carolina. That's not right. This is supposed to be 114 Newport Landing Place, Round Rock, Texas. So obviously, Facebook had an issue there. So now I'm just going to change it back to zip code. And see, this is why I like doing these things on the fly without structure, because it makes me look at everything and make sure I'm not missing something, right? So now that's another thing that you guys can look out for to make sure you're not messing up. This long drawn out video may be a little monotone tonight, but this is going to help you. This is going to help you save a lot of money over time because you're watching me live. You're watching me set these things into motion, and you are going to be able to be an expert as you continue to watch these videos and really dig into how I do things. All right, so we're going to go ahead and launch the ad now. So 78665, between 28 and 65, likely to move, real estate, must also be a homeowner, no Instagram, $9 a day. We're going to do 8 days, 9 days, post engagement. Let's go ahead and continue. On the next page is where you're going to choose which page your ad is on. So if you got more than one page, choose your page. And then, of course, select your page post. So for me, it's going to be this one. And make sure the ad looks right. There you go. Choose the right agent. So your home, is that the ad you just, or is that the post you just put up? Is it yes or no? Figure it out. Place your order. Wait for it to go through. And here you go. Your ad's going to start getting reviewed. Usually, sometimes for me, it goes through automatically. It'll tell you that on the next page. Yeah, see, it's active. If it doesn't go active right away, it'll tell you that it's pending review or whatever. And then this is the area where you can see how your ad's doing. It'll tell you what your reach is, how many post engagements you've had, is it under or over $1, how much you've spent. And after you get 500 impressions on the reach, you'll get another box over here that'll tell you your relevance score. It's from 1 to 10. Anything over a 5 I consider good. And you're good to go. All right, guys, that's all I have for this one. Let me double check the file real quick just to make sure we went over the numbers. All right. So if anybody has any specific questions, you guys know I'm pretty open. I can't do one-on-one sessions and for free. I do charge for my time. If you want one-on-one help, I would be happy to help you set up the web domain, the forwarding for the landing page. Figure out what your ads need to be, and we can do that based on some of the things that I've done that have gotten me, this type of situation where I'm still scrolling and I've got lead after lead after lead after lead after lead. So as you guys can tell, it's effective, and we can do effective ones for you. So again, if you need help, reach out to me, let me know. It's been a pleasure, and I will continue doing these videos if you guys want me to. William Hegman, William at realtyhubtexas.com, 512-915-3400. That is my personal cell. Feel free to reach out if you need anything at all. And good luck in the new year.